African countries are facing rapid growth in different domains, such as economy, trade and businesses, wealth, and international relations. Out of the 54 African nations, there are some that have hit high records over the years and are now leading the frontier market, like Namibia. Namibia is a developing country in Africa, though with a lower economic performance. In terms of revenues, Namibia ranks 118th at world level, with an average annual income of $4,650, making her one of the top middle-income countries of the world in 2023. Before we dive into today's focus on Namibia being Africa's new frontier, it is worth noting that the country is characterized by political stability and sound economic management, which has helped to reduce poverty in Namibia. According to Africa Business Insider and many other sources, Namibia is expected to be one of the fastest growing markets going forward, with a high net worth growth of about 60% plus forecast for the next 10 years. Namibia is known to many as a land of endless horizons and is located on the southwestern coast of Africa, with a population of about 2.5 million people spread across some 825.615 kilometers squared of land. We have stratified this video into different parts to help you better understand what we mean when talking about Namibia, Africa's new frontier. Give this video a like and subscribe to the New Tourist channel, and you will always get very interesting facts about Africa and the world. Namibia is an attractive investment destination in Africa. Do you know that Namibia is among the safest democratic countries in Africa? And because of this, it is always described as Africa's optimist, and there are many points to back this. Let's begin. Namibia provides numerous opportunities for international investors seeking a foothold and growth on the African continent. Investors, especially newcomers, are considering Namibia because of market stability and a predictable investment environment, and this is exactly what Namibia has excelled in since independence in 1990. Namibia has a wealth of attractions and advantages for foreign-owned companies looking for business opportunities. Some Chinese, Canadian, Spanish, and Russian companies have already established themselves in Namibia, and their outcomes are laudable. In April 2023, the Africa Wealth Report revealed that, with bold ambitions of becoming the sustainable energy capital of Africa, Namibia's strategic location and world-class port makes it an ideal gateway to over 300 million people in other African markets. Namibia has much to offer, including a source-based tax system, which means that foreign residents are only taxed on the income that they generate in the country. Namibia has one of the largest uranium reserves in the world and is currently attracting global attention, with recent discoveries of gas and oil reserves off the coast. The Namibian government is now inviting new entrants to accelerate exploitation of its Orange Basin, which is home to a proven working petroleum area, with about 5 wells committed to date, and offers an open licensing regime and availability of high-quality data. The Kudu conventional grass field is another prolific asset Namibia has got. It is operated by B&O Kudu and will begin commercial production by 2024. The field comprises nearly 600 billion cubic feet of natural gas reserves, and its development is expected to reach a peak production of 64 million cubic feet per day in years to come. Namibia could even do more to become a leading player in the regional hydrogen ecosystem. Experts have said the country could boost its GDP by $15 to $20 billion per year, create over 100,000 domestic jobs, and export 14 gigawatts of clean power to South Africa. Namibia has also started utilizing its hydrogen potential as a building block for associated downstream industries and products, including ammonia, methane, and jet fuel. They are also blessed with abundant natural resources like world-class diamonds and uranium, copper, zinc, lead, semi-precious stones, industrial minerals, salt, fluorspar, and gold. Namibia has an agricultural sector, which is imperative to her economy, with a thriving red meat industry. Crops such as maize, wheat, millet, groundnut, beans, and cotton are also cultivated there. If you are already thinking of making an investment in Namibia, do not hesitate because of the available prospects present there. It is worth noting that Namibia often outperforms its regional peers when business rankings are made. With an attractive tax system and low population density advantage, Namibia can boast about her stance as Africa's new frontier. Namibia has an attractive tax system, but it is not as favorable as that of Estonia, which is unarguably the best in the world. Tax rates are relatively low in Namibia when compared to other African markets. The highest rate of income tax in the country is relatively estimated at 37%, and notably, there is no estate duty rate in the country. Namibia does not currently impose taxes on capital gains, irrespective of whether the gain results from the sales of Namibian or foreign assets. Talking about population density advantage, we would like to let you know that Namibia has one of the lowest population densities in the world, with only 3 persons per square kilometer. To know more reasons about this distribution, please watch our recent video on why 97% of Namibia is empty and discover a lot for yourself. The link to the video has been provided below. Because of the low population density of Namibia, there is less dependence on other countries for trade and resources, as well as less competition for land within the country. Water and river systems are generally clean and less polluted in Namibia because of low population density. Low population countries like Namibia tend to be wealthier on a wealth per capita basis, and they also have wild open spaces, giving wildlife the opportunity to thrive, which improves the quality of life for locals and boosts ecotourism opportunities. Namibia's banking system. Namibia's financial system appears healthy, well-run, and resilient to plausible macroeconomic shocks. The banking sector in Namibia comprises 9 authorized banking institutions, which are categorized as 7 commercial banking institutions, a branch of a foreign banking institution, and a representative office. Namibia has one of the most developed and sophisticated financial systems in Africa and comprises mostly private institutions. The banking sector is very profitable and mature and is well capitalized. From 2019 up till date, Bank Windhoek is the best bank in Namibia, according to the PSG Banking Review. It is a flagship brand of Capricorn Investment Group Limited, which is one of the biggest financial service groups on the Namibian Stock Exchange. Other licensed banks in Namibia include First Bank Namibia Limited, Standard Bank Namibia, Nedbank Namibia Limited, the BIC Bank, Trustco Bank Namibia Limited, Letshego Bank Limited, and Bank Atlantico, which is integrated in a financial institution based in Portugal. All these banking institutions are the primary mobilizers of funds for business operations and economic activities in Namibia. Both the banking system and wealth management sector in Namibia are closely linked to neighboring South Africa, with South African banks dominating the local market. The Namibian dollar is pegged to the South African rand, which means the country is relatively stable economically, as the South African rand is the most heavily traded currency in Africa and one of the world's leading emerging market currencies. This has created a convenient factor for expats, who move frequently between Namibia and South Africa. At the time of this video, there are over 2,100 millionaires living in Namibia, with a net worth of 1 million or more, and 3 centimillionaires, worth 100 million and above. According to the latest Africa Wealth Report, the total investable wealth currently held in Namibia stands at $26 billion, and an average Namibian lives on approximately $10.5. This ranks as the 3rd highest average wealth in Africa, after Mauritius and South Africa. The alluring ecotourism industry. Traditionally, the tourism sector has been a major source of income to Namibia over the years and still offers vast possibilities, besides other competing African countries. The ecotourism industry in Namibia, centered in places like Caprivi Strip, Damaraland, Etosha, Fish River Canyon, the Skeleton Coast, and Sosavli, generate about 15% of the country's GDP. Several luxury hotel groups have entered the country over the past couple of years, most notably Sanctuary Retreats, which extended its portfolio to Namibia in 2022. Namibia is an extremely safe country to travel around, even on your own, though petty crime is on an increase in Windhoek and other large towns. The tourism sector in Namibia employs over 100,000 Namibians, especially from rural areas, making it an essential employer that helps reducing rural poverty. About 20% of Namibia is protected by national parks, one of the highest percentages in the world. According to BirdLife International, Namibia is home to 599 bird species, and this number is impressively high when considering the country's arid climate. Interestingly, the number of bird species in Namibia ranks above neighboring Rwanda, which is often described as a paradise for bird lovers. Namibia is an excellent location for tourists interested in learning about the cultural diversity of southern Africa. If you are in search of educational experiences and want to discover the famous Kalahari and Namib deserts, then Namibia is a good takeoff location. Other niche tourism opportunities in the country include hunting tours, wildlife safaris, and adventure tours. Estate living is gaining popularity in Namibia, especially among wealthy expats and retirees. It has been observed that estate living has gradually risen in Namibia, especially amongst rich and elderly persons. Reasons for this increasing popularity are varied, but we tried to summarize them on this video. They include top-end facilities and activities such as gyms, jogging paths, golf courses, tennis courts, shops, and restaurants. Also, a sense of community-enhanced green spaces and sufficient bird life, wildlife, and scenery. Lastly, the combination of safety and shared facilities makes estate living possible and popular, particularly for wealthy expats who travel frequently and have homes in different countries across the globe. We cannot round off this video without letting you know some of the wealthiest cities in Namibia to visit on your next trip there. The top 3 are Windhoek, with over 1,100 millionaires and 2 centimillionaires, and a city millionaire growth rate of 18% between 2012 and now. Swakopmund, with 350 millionaires, 1 centimillionaire, and a millionaire growth rate of 25%, and lastly, Walvis Bay, with 320 millionaires and a millionaire growth rate estimated at 22%. This video could go more than what you have just watched, but we chose just the essential points to show that Namibia is Africa's new frontier. However, all other African countries have their own storylines and could be the focal point. We hope you learned a lot from our findings, or you have simply added meaning to what you already know. Do not leave without liking this video and subscribing to the New Tourist channel to stay updated on more interesting content. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.